Welcome back mga kabalen! Today we are going to cook chicken cordon bleu. For our chicken cordon bleu, I have 3 chicken breasts, and before I pound them to flatten them, I will season them with chicken bouillon instead of salt, paprika, and ground black pepper. And now I'll start seasoning them with a little of chicken bouillon. There, spread it. And a little of paprika, and a little of ground black pepper. And now we're going to rub the seasoning, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Put a little bit of chicken bouillon, and a little bit of ground black pepper and paprika, just to add color. I'm not putting a lot of chicken bouillon because I will be putting also in the flour and breadcrumbs. So now I am ready to pound the chicken breast to flatten it and also to make it even. So I'm going to put a parchment paper on top of the chicken breast and start pounding. On this side, it is kind of bulky, and on this side, so I'm going to flatten this side more. So I'm going to make sure it is evenly flattened. On this side, it is bulkier, so I will flatten it more on this side. So just keep pounding it until it is evenly flat. So after I have evenly flattened the chicken breast, it's now time to put our main ingredients. I'm going to put cheese. I'm going to put 2 slices of cheese, and ham, 2 slices of ham, or you can put another slices of cheese on top. And now it's time to roll. And now it's time to roll. You can just fold it on this side, or you can start on the other side, wherever you're comfortable starting. So just make sure it is tucked in properly so that the cheese and ham will not come out when we fry them. So just keep rolling. Okay, just keep rolling it tightly. Okay. And you can even put toothpick in case it is not tucked in properly. So now we can wrap it with the saran wrap. Okay. And it's ready to be refrigerated for 2 hours once it is wrapped properly. Okay, so make sure it is tight. So before we dip or cover our chicken cordon bleu in flour, we have to refrigerate it for 2 hours. So we'll do the other one. And now I'm going to do the other breast. I'll do the same thing. Season it with chicken bouillon, paprika, and ground black pepper. And now I'm just going to repeat the process on the second chicken breast. Put seasoning on both sides, chicken bouillon, ground black pepper, and paprika. And then start to spread it, the seasoning. And I'll put parchment paper and pound to flatten the chicken breast and to make it even. So it's time to put slices of cheese. We're repeating the process on the second chicken breast. 2 slices of cheese and 2 slices of ham. And this time I'm going to put sweet pickles just to give a different taste to the other breast. So we'll just put sweet pickles. I sliced them. These are the whole sweet pickles. So now it's time to roll, and make sure again to roll it tightly and tuck it in so that the cheese or the pickles will not come out when I fry them. Okay, so just do the same thing, the same process. So start rolling, make sure it is tight, and just keep rolling it tightly. Okay, and tuck it in properly until it is completely rolled. So just keep rolling. Okay, so keep rolling. So just keep rolling tightly and make sure you tuck in the ends. Okay, properly push, tuck it in so that the cheese will not come out. Okay, just keep rolling tightly until we wrap it properly with the saran wrap. Now, same thing. I'm going to put them in the refrigerator for 2 hours before we fry them. And I will be back in 2 hours. I will refrigerate them for 2 hours. In the meantime, I'm going to do the sauce, the Dijon mustard sauce, while we are waiting for the refrigerated chicken cordon bleu. So we're going to start with salted butter, 2 tablespoons of salted butter, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, and 1 cup of fresh milk. Now I stir to mix all the ingredients and put it into medium-low flame or heat. And now I'm going to simmer it in low medium heat until it is cooked. So just keep stirring. Just keep stirring it so that there's no lumps, and until the butter has melted. Oops. So just keep stirring it until it is cooked. So keep stirring. This is in medium-low heat. This is now cooked, and I'm going to turn off the stove now and put this in a serving container. So this is now cooked, but first I'm going to taste if we need to adjust the sugar, the salt, or the vinegar. So it tastes good, and we don't need to adjust anything. And I'm going to turn off the heat now and pour it in the serving container. It's so yummy. See, you can see the color is also good. Very tasty. So I'm going to use a spoon to scoop the leftover sauce in the pot. I don't want to waste it because it is so yummy. You can use the Dijon mustard sauce also when you fry chicken or fish. This is really good dipping sauce. Let me taste it again. So yummy. Okay. After 2 hours, I took out our chicken cordon bleu in the refrigerator, and we'll start dipping them into the flour, egg, and breadcrumbs. So this is 1 cup of flour, 2 eggs. I put 2 eggs, and I'm going to put a little bit of water and mix the water and 1 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm using 1/2 cup of measuring cup, so I'm going to put 2 1/2, so that makes it 1 cup of breadcrumbs. And now I'm going to season the flour with the same seasoning I put in the chicken. So paprika, a little bit of paprika just to give color, and instead of salt I am using again chicken bouillon. Okay, so it's about 1/2 teaspoon of chicken bouillon and ground black pepper. I'm not a salty person, so I'm just putting a little of chicken bouillon. And now I'm going to mix the seasoning, and if I need to adjust more, it's time to adjust this time for the seasoning. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of chicken bouillon. So, and then mix before dipping the chicken cordon bleu in the flour. Okay, so make sure we cover the whole chicken. Okay, just keep covering. And you can shake the excess if you want to. And after the flour, we'll dip it in the eggs. Okay, so make sure it is all covered before we dip it in the breadcrumbs. Okay, so now we dip it in the breadcrumbs. Okay, just keep covering it. Okay, and we are going to do the same thing with the other or the rest of the chicken blue. So we'll repeat the same process. Flour, so now I covered our chicken blue with flour, eggs, and breadcrumbs, and it's time to fry them now. Not deep fry, just fry a little bit with oil. So we'll be frying this on one side for 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, and then turn it around and then fry the other side for another 5 minutes. So I'm going to put just 2. Okay. So we'll time it for 5 minutes. Okay, let's do the timer. 5 minutes. So our heat is on medium high. So we're going to turn that around. So it's kind of burned. So it should be only 3 minutes, not 5 minutes. Okay. So we'll just cook this side for just 3 minutes. Okay. So the flame should be on medium low, not medium high, so that it doesn't get burned. So this one we're going to bake it. We're not gonna deep fry it. I mean, we're gonna fry it, but just bake it. So we're going to bake this for at least 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes after frying them. We're going to bake this for at least 10 minutes, 5 minutes one side and 5 minutes the other side. Okay. So they're now cooked, and now we're going to bake this one. This one we didn't deep fry, so we're gonna cook it for 20 minutes. 10 minutes on one side and then another 10 minutes on the other side. Okay, this one is fully baked. We're not frying it, so we'll see the difference. So after 10 minutes, I'm going to turn this around and cook the other side for another 10 minutes. So this is the one that we baked. We didn't fry this one. And so I sliced our chicken cordon bleu, and this is how they look.